Hello, my name is Kyle Robirds. This is a video presentation over a uh, mini lesson plan I have for the multiplication of fractions. Good morning, class. As you can see here, I brought a couple little items for us today. I brought this bottle of water, and I brought two glasses. Okay. Now I have a problem that I'm wondering if you guys can help me figure out here. Okay. If I take a third of this bottle of water and pour it into this glass, and then take 2/3 of what is left in this bottle and pour it into this glass, how much water from the original amount is still in this bottle? Does anybody have any ideas? No? Well, let's say that what we're going to do today is going to help us figure this out, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to multiply fractions, okay? But before we can get to that, what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of review on fractions. I know we've been working on them, but I just want to do a little bit of review and make sure everybody's still fresh on their minds, okay? Now, when we have a fraction, we have two parts of a fraction. Can anybody tell me the name of those two parts of the fraction? The numerator, correct, that's one of them. The denominator, yes, that's the other one I'm looking for. Very good. Now, where on the fraction, position-wise, does the denominator go? The bottom. Very good. So that would mean the numerator goes at the top. Very nice. Okay. Now, what we did was, in our previous class, is we were working on the addition and subtraction of these fractions. Okay. What is the one thing that we had to make sure that the fractions did in order for us to make sure that we had the correct answer and work the problem properly? Can anybody remember? You had to match them? Well, you had to match the denominators. That's correct. Okay. So, for instance, if there was a denominator of 4 and a denominator of 5, you can't really add or subtract those now, can you? Okay. You have to make sure that they match. All right. Well, we do not have to do that when we're working with multiplication. All right. All we have to do is 3 basic steps. Okay. This is very easy. I think you guys will like this a little more than you like the addition and subtraction, because we don't have to find that common denominator there. Okay. So what we're doing is our 3 steps. I want you guys to write down for me. All right. Our first step is we're going to multiply the numerators by each other. Okay. And again, what position is the numerator in? Very good, the top. Okay. So that's our first step. Does everybody have that written down? Okay. Well, our second step is to multiply the denominators. Okay. And again, the position of the denominator in a fraction is the bottom. Very nice. Okay. And our third step is we have to make sure that our fraction is in its simplest form. All right. And we'll go over that here a little bit later. But I think you guys will have some fun with that one as well. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to work on 2 problems together. We're going to work through them together, make sure everybody has a good idea of what we're doing, okay? And then I'm going to give you a worksheet where we're going to try it out on your own, and we'll just kind of see how everybody's doing and get some extra work in if needed there. All right? So grab your pencil here. I want you to write down this problem for me. All right? I want you to write down 1/3 multiplied by 5/7. Okay? Now, can anybody tell me what that first step was that I told you earlier? Going to multiply the numerators. Very good. And our numerators are in the top position. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to multiply our 2 numerators of 1/3 and 5/7. So our numerators are 1 and 5. Very good. So when we multiply those 2 numbers together, our new numerator of our answer becomes 1 times 5 is 5. Very, very nice. All right, can anybody tell me that second step of multiplying fractions that we spoke about just a few minutes ago? We're going to multiply the denominators by each other. Very good. Okay, so our denominators in 1 over 3 and 5 over 7 are 3 and 7. Okay, so when we multiply 3 by 7, we have 21. Very good. So our answer there is 5 in the numerator spot, 21 in the denominator spot, so it's 5 over 21. Now we're going to this third step. Can anybody tell me what that third step we went over was? I'm going to make sure it's in our simplest form. That's correct. Now how we do that is we make sure that there's not a number that goes in to both the numerator and the denominator. Okay? So is there a common number that goes into both 5 and 21? Could anybody think of one? Okay, me neither. So our final answer, since there's no numbers that go into both of them, is 5 over 21. Okay? Does anybody have any questions over that? All right, well, let's go on and move on to the second problem and see how we do with this one. Okay, get your pencil ready. Write down this problem here. Problem here is 2/4 multiplied by 2/7. Okay, so that's 2 over 4 times 2 over 7. All right, so what's our first step? We're going to multiply the numerator, that's right. And so when we multiply our numerators, we have 2 times 2 is 4. Very good. Okay, so that's our new numerator. What's our second step? To multiply the denominators. Very good. So when we take our denominators, which are 4 and 7, we're going to multiply those out, and we get 28. Very good. So our answer there is 4 over 28. Okay, now this answer is correct, but I wouldn't be able to give you full credit for it because it's not in its simplest form. Okay, we have to make sure that we're going to take it down to our simplest form. All right, does anybody know what the common denominator is here, or the common multiplier is here for 4 and 28? Okay, well, there's 2. Yes, there is 2. Is there another one? Is there one that might be a little bit higher? Well, 4 goes into both of them. That's correct. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take our answer, which is 4 over 28, and we're going to divide the numerator by our common multiplier, which is 4, and then our denominator by our common multiplier, which is 4. Okay, so we're going to take let's do our numerator first. All right, so that would be 4 divided by 4 is 1. Very good. Now to our denominator, which is 28 divided by 4 is 7. Very good. So that gives us an answer of 1 over 7. All right, so that's our answer in its simplest form. That's what we want to make sure that each of these problems are in their simplest form. Now, somebody said earlier that you could do the common multiplier as 2. Well, you can, and then that's correct. But what we found out here is if we work it out with the 2, let's go ahead and do that. Which we take 4 divided by 2 would be 2, and 28 divided by 2 would be 16. So that answer would be 2 over 16. Now, as you can see there, there's still a common multiplier there, so it's not in its simplest form. All right, we have to make sure it's in its simplest form, and we'll move on from there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass out this worksheet to you guys. All right, and I want you to do the first 4 problems. We'll kind of review them, see how everybody's doing. If we have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand. And if everybody's doing pretty well, we'll go ahead and we'll finish the rest of the worksheet at that point. Okay? Thank you very much.